So I feel like I should, because I feel like that's just one of those cliche things that needs to happen when people read poetry. Actually, it's ironic, because the first time I ever started writing poetry, the first time I ever actually wrote a poem, it was me in the 8th grade, and it was after a relative amount of family trauma that went on with a medical issue that occurred within my family. I won't go into too much details right now. But I was sitting in a hospital waiting room, and I didn't know what the hell to do, because I'm in the 8th grade, and all I cared about was Pokemon that was going to come on TV that I was missing. So I found a blue pen in my grandmother's purse, and I pulled it out, and I found an old receipt, and I started writing my first poem. And that's why to this day, I only ever typically write in blue pens. Little tidbit about myself. Anyway, and then after that, I just wrote, haikus, bullshit-free verses, sonnets, whatever my teacher told me to. But junior year of high school, I met a girl, and I wanted to impress her, because I'm lame. And every rom-com that I've been forced to watch told me that this would work. So, it kind of did for a time period. But anyway, so that was the first time I ever actually wrote a spoken word piece. And I read it the other day, and I almost threw up. Just so unbelievably bad. I thought I was like this, no, it was just bad. It was no. So, I've come a long way since then, and I don't really typically write very many love poems, at least that I share. And so, this is one that I actually dig. So, I'm gonna do it. When I was a little boy, the last thought that I'd have every night before I fell asleep is that if I could, I would dance among the stars. Because I've always had a bed that was right next to a window, and looking outside of it, I would make friends with all the shining jewels across the skyline, waiting on moons to rise, and wishing on stars that fall, and wondering if he was here, what Neil deGrasse Tyson would have to tell me about it all. See, I drift through a current of the cosmos that only ever seems to speak to me in the languages of gods, while Jupiter makes fun of Uranus for its name, and Mars tells Venus that she looks beautiful tonight. I catch a glimpse of the heavens that I never could have thought could be the tiniest bit more beautiful. But then I met you. And since then, I've been wondering how God ever managed to take 22 years of my interstellar infatuations and place them all in your hello. Because with that one word, I was hooked. See, when I was on my rooftop the other day watching the lunar eclipse, and under my breath, I dared God to ever show me anything the tiniest bit more breathtaking, I could have sworn I heard a voice in the wind whisper, "Challenge accepted." See, I never expected that you'd be the reason why when I close my eyes, it feels like the entire world has been swept out beneath me. And I don't know what I'm falling into, but I'm falling, and it's like you are the answer to a question that I did not even know I was meant to be asking. And I don't know if I'm falling in love. Because before, it used to always feel like skydiving without a parachute. Because in the beginning, it's incredibly fun. But after a while, it gets scary, and you're pretty sure that the ending is going to hurt. And before you, I used to soar through these skies on wings that I carved out of pseudo-masculine mottos given to me by antiquity and passed down to me by a bunch of boys who just never really grew up. I never thought that there was a height I couldn't reach, a star I couldn't touch, or a girl that I couldn't charm, but your hello, it turned me into Icarus. Tom Petty free-falling for a girl who makes the sun burn brighter just to try to keep up with its competition. For a woman whose beauty is unparalleled except maybe by her ambition. For a woman whose smile is a sunset that I wish I could Instagram every day with a no-filter hashtag. You give me flashbacks of conversations with my granddad sitting in the garage learning about his aircraft. I've been in love with the stars since I learned how to tilt my head back. But you've come along and outdone all of that. And it makes me wonder if when God made you, did he take a step back, sigh with relief, wipe the sweat from his brow, turn to Eve and say, "No offense, but I've been trying to get this right for ages." Tailoring the light of a million constellations into your eyes, crafting your voice out of my answered prayers, And placing starlight in your footsteps, meaning you make a place more beautiful literally just by being there. And no one can rock a flannel like you. No one can make salsa like you. And no one can make me smile by texting me that you apologize for not texting me the day before like you. And I don't know what it is about you, but it's got me feeling a certain kind of way. Like there's nothing more appealing kind of way. Like I'm higher than the ceiling kind of way. Like I feel like I've been hurt before in relationships, but maybe my wounds are capable of healing kind of way. Like I'm thinking about flying up into Saturn, stealing a ring, coming back down to this earth and kneeling kind of way. Like it's 4:30 in the morning. I got a final in 3.5 hours, but if you call me on the phone, I'll stay up all night talking to you because your voice is so much sweeter than sleeping kind of way. Like I'm front row with Stagecoach, watching Luke Bryan. If you call me to hang out, I'll leave because you're the only one allowed to crash my party any day kind of way. Like I've been in love with the stars ever since I was a little boy. But the last thought that I have every night now before I fall asleep is that if I could, I would trade every star outside of my window for seeing you instead when I open my eyes. Thank you.